first because that one doesn't require explanation, and then I'll show you the other one.
Methuselah.
So yeah, you saw this one.
Yeah, I like your Methuselah head better. Yes.
And then, yeah, so this one is just Abigail. She's in the 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
She really wants to be like Teruhashi, who is the perfect pretty girl.
Mm-hmm.
Except, unlike Teruhashi, she actually wants to be like inwardly like a good person.
Okay.
So, yeah. And then the last one I drew was Jane Napier.
Okay.
She's in the regular high school grade.
Okay.
She actually, so her parents were like, she's kind of like a girl version of the Joker, except not, because like she has like a few crazy tendencies, but she's not completely like the Joker. That's why her hair is like green.
Okay.
But then she's also kind of like Psyche, because she kind of like doesn't care a lot of the time, and she likes dessert and she hates bugs.
Mm-hmm.
But then she also, I realized in the car, is kind of like Kumayasu because she doesn't like bullies. And her parents were both really like not good people. I don't know what they did yet because I made her up, but in my head I don't know what they did yet.
Mm-hmm.
But according to the story, they went to prison when she was like young, and so she was going to different foster homes, but most of the people didn't want to keep her because of her superpowers, and she was just like a troublemaker, and they were like, "No, get out of here."
Okay.
So then she went to this scientist house, and she actually liked them because they were kind to her. So there was a scientist and an engineer, and she liked them, and they were kind to her. She stayed there for very long, but then the parents, who, I don't know why, but they just didn't want her to stay there, so like, "No, you get out of that house." So then she had to go to another foster home.
Hold up the other picture so we can see the difference in the way that it looks when you colored it.
And this one, if you hold it a certain way, it actually almost looks 3-dimensional.
Yeah, the eyes do, definitely.
So yeah, she ended up, so at the engineer scientist house is where she got this like pen, where if you click the pen, then you can put it on the thing, and if the person who has the other pen clicks it, whatever you say, the pen that the other person has will write it down on a piece of paper. And if if you were kidnapped, for instance, and you click the pen, and then you just happen to say the place you're at, then on the other paper, it'll write down the place they're at, the address, and how to get there.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. And then
so she invented the pen, or she found it?
So her foster parents at the scientist engineer house, I think their last name was Peterson, they invented the pen, and they couldn't perfect it. So she helped them perfect it with her power. So they're like, okay, here, have 2 pens. So they gave her 2 pens. Then she got taken to another house, where I'm not going to tell you the whole story because it's kind of a deep, long one. Not